When starting a new business, product, or service, many businesses and entrepreneurs choose to forego an important step, market research. While many companies cite cost as the reason to skip this crucial step, others think it's too time-consuming or simply not necessary. If you're not doing market research, what needs to be remembered is it's very likely your competitors are. Remember, as an entrepreneur, success is not guaranteed, but with thorough market research and testing, you can increase your chances of building a resilient and thriving business. Join me as I ask Kurt a few questions about market research in this short interview. Good morning. Thanks for joining us again. My name is Caress and this is Kurt. And once again, we appreciate you coming back to listen to us talk some more and dive deeper into the book. And we are on chapter 3, which is lack of market research. So we're just going to dive in, ask Kurt some questions and see if we can get some more information that we can use to apply to whatever our newest business venture is or wherever you might be in your entrepreneurial journey. Mm-hmm. So in this chapter, lack of market research, you talked about having a hospitality management business, and that was started by us. And before we started that, we didn't have any market research in place. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about how market research applies to the business that we're currently in?
Yeah, so thanks again, guys, for coming back and joining us again for another episode as we dive into the book. And yeah, like she said, this book chapter is titled Lack of Market Research. And in our book, as you will see once you read the book, that we have a hospitality business. And in that hospitality business, we started out without any market research or any things that goes along with market research. But we learned that as we went along, and hence why you will see in the book how all that came together that helps us now. We have a better understanding of market research. But in the hospitality business, for our example, we provide short-term rentals to our clients through, Airbnb, VRBO, those certain platforms. We have our own platform as well. But without the lack of market research, we didn't know what audience to, market to, or the lay of the land when it comes to areas, when it comes to certain clientele we wanted to go after, certain rules and regulations when it comes to the market analysis, all that. And all that plays a factor when you're talking about market research. So specifically for us, we wanted to make sure that in understanding the importance of market research, how does it apply specifically to whatever business venture you're in? So like I say, for us specifically, as you will see in the book, we talked about having a target audience, understanding the rules and regulations of that city or town that you're doing the Airbnb in. So it deep dive better as you get into the chapter of the book, but I want people to take away, if nothing else, when it comes to market research, make sure you understand your demographics and who your target audience is.
Definitely. So that's good to think about. Mm-hmm. And we hear that word, it gets thrown around. Everybody talks about it, target audience. Mm-hmm. So how important is that target audience? How important is it to know who you're trying to market to?
Yeah, so target audience is very important because you want to have a niche of clientele that you want to specifically target to. So, I tell people, when you think about, Rolls-Royce or some of your luxury cars, they have a target audience that they want to attract. And that's the same thing in your business. If you don't have a target audience, you're going to find yourself spending a lot of money trying to please everybody, and your product or service is not for everybody. That's one thing that people don't understand in the entrepreneur ventures, is when you're providing a service or product, your product or service is not for everybody. You want to find that specific target audience that needs that service or products and hone into them, because you want to retain them. Not only do you want them to buy once or twice, you want to have them coming back more and more again, buying your product or service. And then depending on what that product or service is, if they feel targeted, if they feel, you're catering this specifically to their needs and desires, you will retain that customer and client. So that's kind of what, the gist of that target audience concept.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, whoever your target audience is helps with customer retention. So you got to do your homework to keep your customer.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. That is very true.
Okay. All right. And so I know everything, in this day and age is based off technology and new things. How important do you think it is to keep up with technology and innovation?
It's very important. Like I said, I deep dive more in the book, but it is very important to keep with technology. We are in the technology age, and where everything is digital, everybody's working remote. It's not as much face-to-face, a lot of e-commerce and that type of thing is going on. So you need to keep up with the trends and what's going on. Like I say, if you started a product or a service and you're still taking out, print ads or email ads, those not print ads, I'm sorry, newspaper ads. You're still, taking out newspaper ads or things like that, or still looking in the phone book, for lack of better words, for, customers or clients to, for your service, may not be the best place to, to list yourself. You want to keep up with technology, keep up with trends, because that's the quickest way to information and what's going on in the area. So like I say, specifically for us doing the short-term rental space, all of it is online. People don't find us unless we're, on certain websites and things of that nature. So, and you can read a broader demographics of clients and customers. So you want to be able to keep up with technology. You want to be able to keep up with trends, and the best way to do that is through technology and innovation. People use Google. You can use other search engines to help in that area, but definitely the importance of technology and innovation is key to market research.
Mm-hmm. And I know the book also mentioned Google and email as a way to contact leads and reach out to people, mm-hmm. and I guess find your broad scope of people who you might be trying to target. Mm-hmm. What's a good way that you have found in your experience to actually hone in and know that this person is a potential right client for you? Because I think a lot of times we get a lot of, there's a lot of, you can put feelers out there, but mm-hmm. you really have to be able to narrow down and weed out people who, okay, well, this probably wouldn't work for you, or this probably isn't your best. What do you think in your experience has been the best way to find that out or narrow that down?
So you want to, once you put your information on your website or your flyers, your digital flyers, or your contact information out there, and those people reach out to you to inquire about that service provider that you can provide them, you want to get to know them. You want to have that personal relationship with them after you have made that initial contact, or they made that initial contact. The importance of getting to know your client, their needs, their services. It's not always about, pushing your product or pushing your service, but you want to understand that customers' needs. So for example, in our business, like I say, if someone comes to us and says they need somewhere to stay, well, we would like to find out, why are they in town? Why do they, need a 2 or 3 bedroom place to stay? What are their needs? Will they be bringing kids? Will they be bringing family? So you want to build that relationship with their clients, because as Caress mentioned earlier, you want to have that customer retention. Mm-hmm. So the importance is, using Google and email to reach the initial contact of those clients and customers, but you also want to do follow-ups. You want to do, leads with emails, further direct emails to that person to find out, specifically what they need in that space or that service that you're providing for them.
Mm-hmm. And I like that. I mean, so in this chapter, I think this is a good chapter mm-hmm. to look at and decide, based on your business, what's good for you. What is the best market research that you can do for yourself? Because like we've learned today, your target audience and narrowing that down will help increase your customer retention. Mm-hmm. And also by, figuring out what your customers' needs are, whether it's short-term rental, do they need more space? Do they need somewhere with stairs, handicap accessible? What are their needs and what are they coming for? That way you can better service them. That will also increase your customer retention. So once again, we appreciate you joining us and coming back to listen and discuss more in-depth the book. And once again, can you tell us where they can find A Quiet Home?
Yeah, so you can find us on all your major platforms. We are on IG at Quiet Home Corp. You can also find us on Facebook. You can use my personal name. It's Kurt Wilson. That is me in the profile picture. Feel free to click and add me. I will add you as a friend. You can also find us out on email, which will all be in the description below. So feel free to reach out directly. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to hearing back from you, and hopefully eventually maybe working from you and giving you some consultation on how you can get started in your venture or business. So look forward to speaking with you guys soon. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.